YouTube, what is going on, and welcome to the 6th episode of my Futhead's Choice series. In today's episode, we are going to be doing what we always do on the series, going through 4 hybrids. The first one will be under 15k, the second one will be under 50k, the third one will be under 150k, and the fourth one will be over 200k. We start off this episode with the only squad that is copied for this episode, and that is going to be a balanced 12k, 4-2-3-1, no links wasted. I changed Fakir, and this squad is made by CTRLALTDELAET. I'm sure that means something, can't really find it. Control-Alt-Delete, I get it. Delayat, okay. Now I get it, that's actually a pretty good username. I did take off Fakir. I did change a little bit. I think I made the squad much better by flipping the sides and changing up the center back pairing. But this squad is Futhead and Valbuena get the Marseille and French League as they're the striker and cam. Both of them are very solid players and both very pacey with 86 and 89 pace respectively. And they both have very high dribbling with 80 and 83 respectively. Futhead is the finisher, and that's why he's at striker with 78 shooting compared to 73 for Valbuena. He also has much worse passing, which also shows why he's at striker and not cam, compared to Valbuena with 70 compared to 80. Valbuena has 4-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot, while so does Futhead. The cams are another very solid part of the squad, the other two, as they are Lulic and also Bonaventura. Bonaventura has a very solid card with every stat above 76 besides defending and physical, so he'll be a very solid cam. While Lulic has every stat above 70, so he has a very balanced card this year. Parolo is your CDM along with Nigel de Jong. Parolo is more of your attacker with only 77 defending, along with 79 shooting and 77 passing, but he also has some very solid stats as his lowest stat is 74. De Jong is more of your defender with 78 defending and 86 physical and only 51 shooting and 69 passing, so he's definitely your more natural CDM. The fullbacks are very solid in the squad, with Radu being the left back, and he's a slower left back, but he does have 84 defending, which is absolutely fantastic, along with 78 physical and pace, which should get the job done. Al-Sharami is the right back, and he is pure pace with 93 pace, only 70 defending and 73 physical, but with that pace, you will be able to catch up to any left winger coming at him. The two center backs are very solid, with Juan Jesus with over 80 for pace, defending, and physical for a 79 rated center back. That is unbelievable. Along with Diago, who is 75 rated and one of the better 75 rated center backs on the game, with 74 pace, 75 defending, and 85 physical. He has a very solid card. Helton in goal is very solid, and for 12.6k, this squad is unbelievable. A very balanced overall squad. I really like how the 5 central midfielders work, and how the 2 central midfielders, or the cams on the wide, have the pace. Along with the defense, I switched up the defense by switching the sides, and I believe I made it much better compared to what it was before. It was a great hybrid before, but I think I brought it to the next level with the changes I made, because he had guys like Gabriel and Kieran Gibbs instead of Diago and El-Sharami, and also didn't have Juan Jesus. He had the center back on Lazio from Brazil, and he also had Montoya at right back. So overall, I think I made the squad better, but it was a very good hybrid to begin with. We now go into the under 50k team for this episode, and I believe this one was very close to 50k, going over the budget, as it loads 49.3k right now. And the squad is led by Inform Perisic at striker. He's definitely the most expensive player of this team, and he has some very solid stats. He was the left winger for the last episode, and this Inform card is much better, as he has over 81 for pace, dribbling, shooting, and passing. And he's just a fantastic card on this game. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. He's fantastic. The other striker is Diouf, who has over 90 pace, 77 shooting, and 77 physical. So he's definitely one of the most OP strikers on this game. The two cams are Freddie Gorin and Sadio Mane. Mane is your pacier and better dribbler player than Gorin, as he has 81 pace and 91 pace and 81 dribbling. He actually doesn't have as good dribbling as Gorin, but he is a very pacey player and will be very good at dribbling and running through the defense. While Gorin has a very solid shot at over 80 and also 88 physical, he will not get pushed off the ball very often. The two CDMs are very solid with Allen and Fernando. Allen has 79 defending compared to 81 for Fernando, while Allen has 81 physical compared to 82 for Fernando. He does have a bit better shooting, not shooting, a bit better pace compared to Fernando at 76 compared to 67. And they're very solid CDMs on this game, as Alan from Napoli is one of the better CDMs from Serie A, and Fernando is one of the best from the Barclays Premier League. We go on to the center backs and defense, as we start with the center backs with Lucio and Juan Jesus. I could have gone with any Brazilian pairing to get the links to Alan and Fernandinho, and I decided to go with Lucio and Juan Jesus because I have Juan Jesus who has the 80 pace, 80 defending, and 84 physical. And then Lucio has only 39 pace, which is very slow, but the 85 defending, and he should be a very solid aerial presence at 6'3", while Juan Jesus is only 6 foot. So they should complement each other well. With LSU at left back, he's very solid for a 76 overall player, and Montoya at right back, he's a very solid right back with 86 pace, 76 defending, and 76 physical. With Diego Alves in goal, this squad is very solid for just under 50k. Couple weaknesses of the squad was maybe Guarin does not have the most pace at left CAM, and also LCU might not be the greatest left back, and Lucio's pace could be an issue, but I think it still is a fantastic squad. We now go into the 150k squad of this episode, under 150k squad, and that squad is very Colombian up front, with Jackson Martinez, Carlos Baca, and James Rodriguez as the front three in this 5 at the back formation. Martinez and Baca form one of the better nation strike partners in FIFA 16, with Martinez and Baca both having over 81 pace, over 82 shooting, and 77 physical and 79 dribbling, so they're very solid strikers. James is one of the best cams and highest rated cams on the game at 87 overall. He has 86 shooting, 84 passing, and 85 dribbling as his key stats. Guarin and De Jong are a very solid midfield, and we have seen both of them in recent episodes, as I mentioned Guarin and De Jong before. Zuniga and Abate form one of the most OP fullback pairings. While Zuniga has 89 pace, 81 dribbling, and 4-star skill moves, Abate is going to be your pure pace with 92 pace and 80 physical. So Zuniga is more of your dribbler and also flair player, while Abate is just pure pace and strength. The center backs are Vertonghen, Company, and Alderweireld, so a Belgian trio right there with Begovic in goal, a very solid 3 center backs. This squad would have been no links wasted. I believe the only player with wasted links are Baca and Martinez. Tried to make it no links wasted, but could not do it. So it was a very solid effort and a very solid squad, in my opinion, because it is very well balanced, and also the 2 center mids are very strong, and also the center backs are very solid, so I think it's just a great squad for 138k. The final squad of this episode is going to be the over 200k squad, and that is led by the Spurs trio up front in Heung-min Son, Christian Eriksen, and Eric Lamella's inform cards. They're all absolutely fantastic, with them all having over 80 plus shooting. They also all have over 70 or 82 dribbling. Also, Eriksen has 86 passing, while both of the wingers have over 80 pace. I feel like they complement each other very well, and they are playing fantastic in real life for Tottenham, the club I do support, as it's been a revelation seeing them go up front with Christian Eriksen, Heung-min Son, and Lamela, along with Harry Kane and our other midfielders like Dele Alli, and also Moussa Dembele and Eric Dyer have been doing a great job leading Tottenham to, and I believe, an 11-game unbeaten streak in the Barclays Premier League, which is fantastic. We now go into the midfield, which is where the squad gets very solid with 3 Manchester City midfielders. Yaya Toure is the first one, as he is a very strong player and going to be very solid at your center mid. De Bruyne is your more of attacker with only 42 defending, but every other stat is above 79, as he is one of the best cams and center forwards and center mids in the game. Fernandinho is your CDM, as he gives the green link to De Bruyne and Yaya Toure, and he's very solid with over 74 on every single stat. The fullbacks could be a bit of a concern, with Maxwell being the only non-rare of the squad and definitely the weak link. Maicon is your other fullback, who is very solid and has over 76 on every single stat, which is unbelievable. Castan and Thiago Silva are your center backs. Silva definitely more higher rated and a better center back, but Castan is a bit more physical with 80 compared to 79, and Castan is also the same height, so height may also be an issue with your center backs with Diego Alves in goal. The squad is very solid, and I love the Spurs informed trio up front, and that will wrap it up for this episode of my Futhead's Hybrid series. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Futhead's Hybrids and other FIFA content.